It is really easy to sit there and tell other people how they should live their lives when you are raking in hundreds of thousands or even millions of dollars a year. But what if our leaders had to walk a mile in the shoes of the very people they govern? What would happen if our politicians had to live on minimum wage? Would they still pass the same policies that only help the rich get richer? Or would they be more inclined to help those struggling to make ends meet? Let's explore this fascinating idea and uncover the potential consequences. Politicians make big promises during elections, but often their actions don't align with the needs of the average citizen. They make decisions that benefit the wealthy campaign contributors while the majority of people struggle to pay their bills. But what if we shake things up a bit? What if these same politicians were in the shoes of the working class? How would it change their perspective and ultimately the policies they create? When politicians have to live on minimum wage, they'd quickly realize how difficult it is to afford basic necessities like housing, healthcare, and food. Currently, many states have minimum wages that are significantly lower than a living wage, meaning that a full-time worker can struggle to cover essential expenses. Imagine a politician who currently enjoys a comfortable lifestyle with a high salary and generous benefits. Suddenly, they're earning minimum wage and have to budget carefully to make ends meet. This drastic change can be a reality check, forcing them to confront the daily struggles of low income citizens. Affordable housing is a major concern for many people, especially in areas where property prices have skyrocketed. When politicians have first-hand experience living in low-income neighborhoods, they may be more inclined to address issues like gentrification and unaffordable rents. They could push for policies that promote affordable housing and ensure that everyone has a decent place to live. Healthcare is another critical issue. Many people cannot afford health insurance or face high deductibles and co-payments, leading to delayed or foregone medical care. If politicians had to navigate the complexities of getting affordable healthcare, they might be more sympathetic to the struggles of their constituents and work towards policies that expand access to quality healthcare for all citizens. Fair wages and worker protections are also likely to get more attention when politicians live on minimum wage. They'd be more attuned to the challenges faced by workers, such as unfair labor practices, lack of sick leave, and insufficient benefits. This experience could lead to policies that protect workers' rights and ensure fair and livable wages. Moreover, reducing corruption becomes less of an issue when there isn't a significant financial gap between politicians and their constituents. Currently, large donations from wealthy individuals and corporations can heavily influence politicians, sometimes at the expense of the common good. However, when politicians are living paycheck to paycheck, they may be less susceptible to the influence of big money and more focused on serving the needs of the average citizen. Furthermore, when politicians experience firsthand the struggles faced by low-income earners, it can foster a sense of empathy and compassion. They become more relatable to the people they govern and can build stronger connections based on shared experiences. This could lead to increased trust between politicians and the public, which is essential for effective governance. Living on minimum wage can also discourage people from pursuing careers in politics, particularly among the wealthy. If being a politician means sacrificing a comfortable lifestyle, then fewer wealthy individuals may be drawn to political office. Instead, we might see more people from working class backgrounds entering politics as they would be less affected by the financial implications and more motivated to serve their communities. In conclusion, if our politicians had to live on minimum wage, it could be a game changer. They'd be more attuned to the struggles of everyday people, leading to policies that prioritize affordable housing, healthcare, and fair wages. Corruption would be less of an issue as the financial incentives diminish, and public trust would increase as citizens see their leaders living among them. While it might not be practical to implement such a drastic change, it's a thought-provoking idea that challenges us to consider the perspectives of those in power. Perhaps a little discomfort for our leaders could go a long way in creating a more equitable and compassionate society.